Well, is my mic still muted? That's the question. I thing that Dean says. So that's interesting. Well, maybe I just have to come back in, restart my computer.
No, you're fine.
Oh, I can't hear a word that Dean is saying.
I can't hear Dean though.
Oh, that's kind of sad. But the music played nicely. It sounded like a 50s Doris Day musical comedy intro, or a chase scene with Audrey Hepburn or something. So the actual intro thing, which I thought was fascinating, was fine. But Dean is doing the deaf mute thing. So, John, what's happening today on website? Do you have a website you want to do? I'm packing right now, but I'm not packing heat.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, because TSA frowns on that sort of thing.
And so does the state of New York. So
yeah, the state of New York. Yeah, I got to make my way to Dulles Airport today and then up to Syracuse. So,
nice.
Anything new on the horizon here as we're talking about Website Wednesday? Do you have a website?
I do have a website.
How does your website look?
I need to rewrite my website.
You need to rewrite your website. I think the incomparable Dean Way of Way Creative could probably help you to rewrite your website once you have finally settled on at least the first, second, or third draft.
I think so.
I think so too. Yeah. He looks concerned. I think he's concerned about the lack of sound. Yeah, I know. Well, okay. So what do we do? Can we just ask him questions and he could do yes or no or thumbs up, thumbs down? What do you think? He's coming back in. Maybe he should start his computer.
Maybe.
Hey,
you got sound now.
Yeah.
Hey,
when we had to go through all that stuff with Restream yesterday to figure out on behalf of everyone else in the world, you're welcome. I figured out the bug in LinkedIn that was causing everyone's Restream problems, and so hooray for us. But I had to reset a whole bunch of stuff, and so it didn't work out.
Wow.
We
can hear you now, which is great.
Okay, what are we doing today? It is Website Wednesday, of course, like you guys were saying. I could hear you.
I'm in a traveling mood, so I was thinking something like either travel companies or travel agencies, because travel agencies are going the way of the dinosaur at this point. I'm curious how
they've become highly specialized, mainly into adventure travel and cruises, right? I think for the most part.
Music is the cocktail hour in
Latin American resort. I love it.
That is great. That is great.
I figured since it's Website Wednesday and a lot of the stuff we talk about is in that video, I would show that video. I might do that every Website Wednesday.
I think it's great. It was an amazing intro. I would love to just show that over and over again. We can just discuss that someday, line by line.
Sure.
So, Inception, baby.
Where am I going?
I like. What do you think, John? Adventure travel or travel agencies, or I don't know, something like that.
Adventure travel.
Maybe on page 10, adventure travel. Because now that
I think a company that calls itself the Mindful Travel deserves at least a look. Although we don't normally do like the first page.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like meditative, sort of like the meditative traveler.
Too easy.
Yoga, distant yoga, hot yoga in Antarctica. That would be a little
Peachtree travel. Let's see here.
Yeah, travel. Ooh. They always have pretty pictures on these travels.
Yeah, I got sort of a Portofino look to it. Like Portofino,
Italy, right? Che bella.
So, I mean, it's definitely pretty.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it jumps right into a call to action. It's interesting, I guess.
I want you to.
But it's wide open. Basically, it's just an email.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
So, about us. Where's area code 210?
New Jersey? Or no? Can't remember.
Area code 210.
210. Oh, maybe
San Antonio.
It is San Antonio. Sorry, I got my.
Okay, so they immediately go. I mean, it's a nice, pretty picture with a hero image, right? They paid for that.
Yeah.
Who did this, by the way? There's probably a web company at the bottom.
Who are you gonna call?
They might have done it themselves.
Webbuster.
Okay, it's pretty, and then but right into about us. But the about us is not about them. It's just give us a call for travel planning, and we're located at the intersection.
The intersection of adventure and high credit card limit.
It's very, very, very much just like we talk about level 1, right?
Yeah.
Is informational, Like
Where
this
you
is
at?
who we are and what we sell.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if there was ever a chance, there aren't many companies, and I don't think I've ever given this as an example before. Usually when I say transformational, because we say there's informational,
Mm-hmm.
and then inspirational above that is you could be better. You could be a better person. You could be a better company.
Yeah, but this is,
and then transformational, you could be new. We normally say that that's reserved mostly for beauty, health, fitness, diet, plastic surgery, whatever, right? But I don't think I've ever included travel in that, but it's definitely a theme in travel.
what about from transformational to transportational? No? Okay. Well, bad puns are my specialty, as
So, I mean, they've wasted this area right here.
Mm-hmm.
They've got this beautiful image.
There's an opportunity for a lot of text there on the water.
Yeah, I mean, I can't put anything here because it's a graphic. There's nothing for my little free Chrome plugin to actually like make an edit to.
Yeah.
But well, maybe let me do this.
Yeah, I'm going to still be listening.
So I would reuse that button, right? Because they're trying to give the minimum amount of information and have the user do all the mental and imagination work.
Right.
So if you click on that button, it's just say where you want to go and tell us about the trip you want to take, and then we'll take care of it, which sounds like there's almost nothing for you to do. They'll do it all for you, but that's not how it comes off. It comes out as I'm supposed to know everything already.
True.
And then they're just going to take care of details. And we're well past the era where you go to a travel agent to take care of details.
Right.
Anyone can do that. You do a travel agent for their expertise and for, and their particular expertise, their knowledge of a cruise line, a destination, something specific, right?
Well, because they've taken a lot of FAM trips also, like the familiarization trips. They get like these deep discounts, like, a $4,500 cruise, they get sometimes, like $40. So
yeah, and I think when I looked at these, I think a lot about the cruise lines, the RV adventure travel things, the destination to, like we were looking at Ukraine. This was before, obviously, the current situation. Yeah. But anyways,
plenty of space available.
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, I would have had something transformational right here.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and, like, by the way, because I can't even refresh this page or it's going to lose everything I did. So start your trip today. Very level 1 informational, right? The new you is waiting, and then you sort of like glance at this, you look down, and then like your eye comes up to the gondolier.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then from there on outwards. By the way, if you've never been to Venice, you should go to Venice. It's amazing.
I would like to. It looks like it's better than Vegas, where they have the gondolier inside the hotel.
Yes.
The Venetian.
Right. So then your eye gets drawn up and out, and you get this impression in this huge vista of a picture that, like, there's something different. I want something different. I want something new. And then you scroll down. You don't need the learn more. I mean, for a lot of people, I guess you can have it. It's not going to hurt anything, but. And then this is completely wasted. This whole section, completely wasted.
Yep.
Right. This also needs to be transformational, or at least inspirational.
Or transportational.
Let's see. What are we going to put in here?
I like exotic destinations. People faces are good. But sometimes, the people, you may not be able to relate to some of the stock images in terms of the faces and stuff, I often wonder if you're better off with just pictures, or if you have to show people having a good time. And if so, do you go multiracial, multicultural, or is that too much to think about?
That's a good question.
I guess it's too much to think about.
It's too much for me to think about right now. I guess.
So let's see.
Yeah, that is a very, I don't want to say common, but it's a very common thought, anyways. The world is
Well,
open.
you want to be inclusive or exclusive or so.
Mm.
I guess, like silhouettes I have no trouble with because silhouettes are easy for people to use their imagination with.
Ooh,
But those are
terrible
my
spelling.
design prejudices. So they're big on tropical here, you can tell. Come to tropical Paris, where the beluga whale is trying to make its way out of the Seine.
Mm.
He's not responding to dead fish, by the way. They're getting some live ones or something. I think they're trying to transport him out of the river.
Yeah, I like where you're going here.
I'm having trouble seeing this. You know what it is? It's probably because I'm multitasking, and that's not a good thing. Dean has to optimize for my multitasking.
Actually, I might need to like make this bigger. Does this help you guys?
Yeah, that helps. Yeah.
Indeed.
I just made
Indeed.
the screen bigger.
This monitor is so enormous, I forget that it's going to show up smaller.
Around little places. I like how you stretch everybody out. Those chairs are extra wide now for the average American.
Mm-hmm.
There's a wide load here.
Here I come.
Interesting how the Eiffel Tower fuzzed out when it went wide.
All right, so we start with the new you is waiting.
Yeah.
As opposed to start your trip today. We
Yeah.
move on to the world is open again instead of.
That's great.
Where were we? About us.
Yeah, no. You have to have some sort of a thing that.
And then we do three. We do 3 positive futures images,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, the imagery here doesn't really say anything too terribly positive to me.
Go stand on a windswept deck. I'm not crazy about the word windswept, but it's a bit hard. Sink into a beachside chair. Leave yesterday's stresses back at your desk. This one needs to be tightened up a little bit. But instead of, please give us a call or drop into our location next to the mall and the highway.
I like the call and mall rhyme.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not in love with this last sentence. I like the first 2. I'm not in love with this. It's not the same quality as the other 2.
What will it take you to fall in love? Maybe a trip to Venice again.
Leave yesterday's stress.
I like that concept.
Much better.
Yeah. So have we ever talked about when you use parentheses in copywriting and when you don't?
I don't think we have. No.
So
parenthetically speaking,
there's a qualitative difference when you read it between this and this.
Yeah, you take a pause.
You take a pause, and it's an aside, right? It's not the straight on message. It's like an angled message, and the pause is required to make the angle work. But the idea is you're actually it's more intimate to use the parentheses. You have to use this very, very sparingly, right? If I even had one other word in that line that also was in parentheses, it would ruin the entire effect. But as an aside, this is hey, I'm going to put my arm around your shoulders and I'm just going to tell you, because you're my buddy, you're my friend, we're together again.
Who's your buddy? Who's your pal?
Right. And then, of course, you would change more about us. I can't actually click into that, apparently.
That's okay.
You would change more about us into, you could do another type of sentence like this, like another visual positive future. Or you can make it, oh, wait, maybe I can get in there. Look at that. I can get in there. It's tough, but I got it.
Imagine yourself being slathered with suntan lotion. That might be sticky and not so desirable as your future.
Yeah.
Basking in the glow as Mai Tais are served to you tableside.
What happened there? How did it knock it out?
Geez, when are we leaving?
When are we leaving? Exactly. When are we leaving?
I can't get in there. I can only get rid
I'm
of
going to Syracuse, which is not as exotic as all these destinations.
I know. It's all what you make of it, though.
You'd want something like, everything's waiting for you. Something like that.
Yeah. Everything's
right. Basically, you're putting a button, so to speak, not an actual clickable button. A button is in or a bow. You're wrapping it up. The two lines above, everything's waiting. Or it's ready now. The world is ready now. Or everything's ready now.
Or anything's possible.
Yeah, I wouldn't use anything's possible. And the reason for that, and the reason why I took out sort of stresses and stuff, is that I didn't want anything pluralized. I didn't want them to have to think through what. It's also like I see so many headlines and say you can have this and this and this and this, etc. Like, no, that's the laziest effing writing in the world, is to put etc. in a headline or a subheadline. It's like, I'm going to list a few things, and then you take your time, even though you don't know me and have no idea whether or not it's worth your time. You take your time and figure out what else I should have put in there.
Is this why you call yourself way creative instead of lazy effing writing?
There you go. So no, you would. I wouldn't use plural. I wouldn't use plurals at all. I'd have you want this to be I'm blanking on the copywriting concept.
Make it singularly sensational.
Intimate, more intimate.
The power of one.
Yeah.
And so you just it's one thing. It's one thing. It's one thing. It's ready, or start here. Even start here is not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Or get away. Get away was not actually. That's not too bad. Get away could be the button. That's your call to action. Get away.
As opposed to get away from me.
Exactly.
It also has the benefit of being double entendre, because a getaway is a vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're getting too cute by half.
It's like Billy Joel. Sometimes you got to get away. Take a holiday.
Okay.
Specials.
Groups, specials and groups. Group travel is a tough one because a lot of group travel stuff is just terrible.
Don't use specials if you can use deals.
Yeah, deals is much better.
Deals are. Specials can mean something specific to your industry.
Right.
Like what's on the menu tonight? What's the special tonight?
That's right. What are we having for dinner?
Also, this is complete useless. This is just masturbation. You don't need this at all. The whole thing is stronger just by getting rid of the entire sentence.
Yeah. It's just extra fluff.
To plan your next trip is not bad. Like, it doesn't have to be replaced. I mean, I would even possibly leave it. It's not terrible. Oftentimes what you find is that, not in this case, but you can find a really great headline, but nobody's using it as a headline. It's buried way down deep.
Like as a tagline or deep in one of the paragraphs?
Like, this would not be terrible. It's not as good as what I wrote, but this is pretty good as a headline for the entire website. Make your next trip your best trip.
Wouldn't it be more original, though, that instead of saying like to plan your next trip, to design your next trip, to make it more personal, or to?
Okay, so that's an excellent question.
Yeah.
Tell me what you just said. The one before design your next trip.
Well, before I said design your next trip. Well, so
what sentence came before that?
Wouldn't it be better to, rather than say to plan your next trip, to say design your next trip, to make it more personal or personalized?
Would even get rid of that. So here's the problem, and I knew I had a problem with plan when I saw it. Plan, also design.
Yeah.
Words like learn.
Yeah.
These are all friction words. These are all work words.
Yeah.
These are words where someone has to do the work.
Yeah.
Not you, not the writer, but the reader.
Right.
And so, where possible, if your only goal is to get, I mean, it's a homepage, right? A homepage only has one of two goals. It's to help people select or terminate, self-select or self-terminate. Like this is something, this is for me or this is not for me, right? Or to easily get them directed to the part of the website that works for them. In this case, right, they're getting married and doing a honeymoon, or they want to go on a cruise. Like this, they're doing it with experiences. I hope this is like cruise and whatever. Like they're using these instead. But yeah, I wouldn't use design or plan.
Okay, yeah, because
where possible, I would use experience, see.
Okay, yeah.
Right, things that like anybody can just experience something without even moving.
Immerse
right?
yourself.
The laziest thing you can do.
Yourself,
Seeing is amazing, right? I do a lot of work with Curiosity Stream wherever possible. They're like Netflix for nerds, right? So it's all of so a lot of documentaries, a lot of nonfiction, a lot of science and stuff. I like Learn is all over their website, and I've been like replacing it and like surgically pulling it out over and over and replacing it with non-friction, non-working words like see, hear, experience, watch. Even watch is sort of like in between.
Experience is good.
Like things that the laziest person who's only partially awake could still do.
Yeah, it's just the minute you said plan, it felt so generic to me.
Yeah,
well,
it was. It shouldn't have been there.
Basically, you're doing a learnectomy as a surgeon.
He's doing that, yeah.
He's doing a learnectomy.
Learnectomy.
I've never had anybody perform a learnectomy. I guess this is copywriting. So is the company's name besttrip.tv or what? I don't understand the name.
No, it's Petri Travel.
Oh, Petri. Okay, Petri.
They've just managed to get on a TV show.
Got it.
No, because I left this as deals, which is just like straight up informational, right? Then I just switched this one to group travel. I don't remember what it was before. Groups? Is that what it said? Groups, yeah. So now it's just group travel. I was tempted to add another sort of future positive. You could be better, you could be new kind of thing, but then it would be out of sync with this one. Now they're both just informational, but I mean, they're very functional. There's nothing wrong with informational. You just can't have everything informational.
No, so I got a question for you. As you're going along, like now I look at this from a design perspective, and I say the deal side and the group travel side look really unbalanced to me, because there's just like so much more under group travel than there is deals.
Oh yeah, I'm about to cut that sucker way down.
All right.
A groupectomy.
Yeah. A groupectomy.
A group trim. Okay. Vote people off the island.
Whenever you see something longer like this, you can almost always find internal repetition you don't need.
Yeah.
I like to refer to as infernal repetition.
Well, there's a lot of that.
But repetition is the key to learning, but not when you're writing copy.
So I would kill that. I would kill the exclamation mark. Again, lazy writing. If your writing is strong enough, you don't need exclamation marks.
Welcome to the Lazy Writing Ranch. Lazy Writing Ranch, sorry.
It's probably a thing.
You don't have any ranches here, so this is all international travel by the looks of it. Maybe you should mention something, they talk about exotic destinations or international and specialize a little bit more as opposed to sending you to Cleveland.
Right. Because, hey, Cleveland.
Picture of people outside the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame having a great time just before the Browns game.
There you go.
They really have a penchant for Italy, apparently. It almost looks like they're Italian travel.
It does. In which case they should mention that as their special.
Yeah, we specialize in European travel, particularly Italy.
Yeah, right.
The Great Pasta Tour of 2022.
That'd be something.
Gelato. A lot of gelato.
A lot of gelato.
Well, actually, here we have for Coronado, we have Natto Gelato as an actual company.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Here you go, John. Much shorter.
Yeah.
Shorter.
Or what's it look like before?
Before.
Yeah.
Specials, but they're so special.
So join our group getaways! Exclamation mark. The best parts about traveling with a group are the experiences,
Yes.
a new network of friends you create along the way, and the memories. You should have had a comment.
And the bad
And
selfies that you take.
memories you take home long after
Right.
your vacation is over. And we tighten that up to our group getaways come with new. I wouldn't say come with.
Our group
That's
are filled
wrong.
with.
Are filled with. Yeah.
Ooze. Absolutely ooze experience.
Yeah, ooze is
I
good.
don't know. Ooze. Ooze is not so good.
Yeah. That's.
It's like moist. You know, it's one of those words you don't want to
There, give you is better than come with. Now it's a gift, not a
Yeah, I like
accidental.
Like it.
It's like
So our group getaways, no exclamation mark. Our group getaways give you new experiences, instant friends, and memories for a lifetime.
I think they should also do a group giveaway.
Yeah.
Just as a
Mhm.
promo. You have a getaway giveaway.
Okay, and we're almost out of time, I guess.
Yep.
Like I said before, I actually like this.
Yeah. I don't like the video cover, but
Oh, it's kind of dead there.
yeah, it's completely dead there. I'd love to see what the video is about. Want to play a couple seconds just for fun?
It's something about best trip.
What's that? Sorry?
The video.
To see what the video actually.
It's got my video curiosity up.
Is it like B-roll?
First of all, I would cut this entire thing.
Oh yeah, that's actually
not
better.
needed.
Make an extra best trip. Can we see?
And then if you want to watch it, I think I can click it here.
You want to watch it.
Let me know
I
if you're
just want to
seeing
see.
it.
I'm curious.
John really wants to see. John is very demanding this morning.
I'm really curious.
That is a really slow load time for somebody who
Whoa, yeah,
has
that's bad.
1,000 megs up and 1,000 megs down as their video connection.
Oh, no.
Wow.
That's a strange part of Italy,
Yeah.
right there. So it's
Can
almost like
browse
they do.
videos in Chrome
Yeah.
doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
And
I wonder
okay.
if this is all stock footage, regular videos that somebody's produced, and you add it to your.
Can you guys hear
website.
that?
I can.
A little bit, yeah.
The Crystal Serenity.
The Crystal Serenity emerged from dry dock recently with updated venues, dining, and suites. We were lucky to be staying in new penthouse suites. They're breathtaking. Just look at this entrance to our adjoining suites. It gets even better inside.
It's a good thing my children don't watch these videos or they'd be mortified.
I'm in love with all the colors
I have 2 teenage girls and they would literally be mortified.
If you were a bricklayer, they could be mortified.
Okay, so I'm not in love with the videos.
No.
No, I mean, what's that? It's like stock footage things or something. Or they're just inserting
They're
somebody's
ads, basically for cruise lines and stuff.
It's an embed. Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Anyway,
No, okay. That.
so to be clear, I don't know if
better.
you've gone ahead and like tortured these poor people by
I
tagging
haven't
them.
done it yet, but I'm inclined to later.
I know you're always inclined to. So
I am.
we
Hey, but we make connections. We get connections too from our.
I would not even have this. I would move the call to action like form down to the bottom, and I would just have this as a headline. Now, I had to make it the title of a button because it's the only text that my little cheap plugin can change. But this should be like there should be an actual headline here.
Yeah.
Right. And then and then there we go. This is the one I did. So I would have changed that. And then we went to future positive, right? So they're in a negative present. If they weren't in a negative present, they wouldn't be looking for a vacation. This is not business travel, right? They're not trying to go to Tulsa and check into the airport Marriott to have a meeting in a boardroom all day tomorrow. They want to go somewhere that's amazing, right?
Yeah, experience Tulsa. I like Tulsa.
So instead of about us, blah, 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 they can move. By the way, they can move this text down to the very bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Right. They've also got it down here anyway, but they should have the form and the on top of the services here. They should have their contact information and the little ability button for me to click into the form.
Agreed.
Mhm.
And then we got rid of all of the crazy about us stuff, which is not inspirational at all. And instead we talk about the reader
Mm.
and put them in different visuals so that they understand that this is a transformative experience, because we're at the transformational level for this. One of the very few industries that can do it, travel. I left all of this stuff. This is all fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
You won't be
We
the same person.
dramatically cut down this text here. Instead of calling it specials, which was a bad idea, we just call it deals.
Deals.
Literally everyone in the world understands what a travel deal is.
I want a deal.
A special could be something that they call, a party or an event. What do we know?
38 special.
A deal is a deal. Everyone knows. And then we dramatically cut down and cleaned up and strengthened the language. Also got rid of the stupid exclamation point. Also called it group travel instead of just groups.
Yeah, that's better.
And then again, there's nothing wrong with being on level 1 when you're supposed to be on level 1, and that's what we did here. Just informational, right? And then a little bit of this is not transformational. This is the level in between, the inspirational. You could be a better you, right? Not a new you, but a better you with new experiences and instant friends and memories for life.
Try our new
And
Insta.
then I cut this last part down here. They had all of this like blah 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 blah. None of it. I mean, honestly, check out our videos, which will entertain, inform, and inspire somebody. They could have put you in there with valuable insights from professional travel. Like, no, it's better to just kill the entire thing.
Yeah.
Just put it there.
Book them, Dano.
This is actually a really good headline. It's not as good as what I wrote, but it's pretty good. And like I said, it's not uncommon if you dig down into enough copy, you will find the headline. You'll find the sentence that should have been the headline all along.
Right.
But people don't, they just get in their head and they need to sort of vomit out all the first draft stuff that's in their brain. Completely normal. The difference between someone sort of doing this on their own and a professional copywriter is a professional copywriter recognizes that the vomiting is going to happen. It has to happen. We call it the shitty first draft. We just get it out so that we can then ignore it or at least try to fix it. We don't leave it as good copy and make the reader slog through all the vomit to get to the good stuff.
It's the regurgitation before the transformation.
There you go. So there you go. That's Petri Travel in, I think I remember San Antonio.
San Antonio. Remember the Alamo when you remember Petri Travel.
At 8099 Callahan Road in San Antonio, Texas. There you go.
Cool.
All right, that's it. That's Website Wednesday for these guys.
Excellent.
Let's kill it, and I'm back. Oh, let me stop sharing the Inception screen before it freaks everyone else out.
The fourth level of the dream.
There you go. We didn't get to do this last week because of the failures with Restream setup, but that's all been taken care of now.
Yes.
And so we should be back regularly.
Have they communicated with you with regard to this?
Yeah, they sent me an email, but it wasn't useful at all.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. I figured it out, and so we're good.
Because he's a smarty pants.
And LinkedIn should get its act together. But in the meantime, we're good to go. And we had to cancel yesterday because we tried many, many, many times to do a live stream yesterday at the appropriate time, 12 o'clock Eastern, like always. Couldn't make it work. And that's when we finally said, all right, screw this. This is not a small thing that happened once the week before. This is a problem that we can't get rid of.
Right.
And so that's what we did.
It's a continuous.
By the way, if you use Restream or will in the future, the trick is that you used to be able to, but you can no longer stream to your personal, or you can't stream to two places on LinkedIn at the same time per person.
Right.
So what happened was
Facebook,
we have a company page on LinkedIn, and we have and I have my own profile on LinkedIn, and it was you used to stream to both, but now if you have to pick one or the other. But there's no error code or it's nothing that tells you that that's wrong, or even that it's related to LinkedIn. It just fails after 3 seconds and you can't do your live stream. So anyway, now you know. Choose one LinkedIn destination per person, not two.
The more you know.
The more you know. All right. That's it for me. We'll thank you very much to John and Dr. V. And tomorrow, I don't even remember what our topic is tomorrow. Dr. V, you're not here tomorrow.
I may or may not be able to come. I don't know yet. So
I'm here around. Sure.
All right. Worst case scenario, John. I've been putting together a talk for a group of fractional CMOs about that would apply to, honestly, the talk would apply to virtually anybody in any small business, especially a solopreneur or freelancer.
Nice.
So most of those folks are actually on their own.
Minutes. This is not the 90-minute special.
No, although we should talk about that right now, actually. But yeah, worst case scenario, if you don't like have something that you want to talk about, I'll actually like walk through the slides. I won't give the presentation, but I'll walk through, and it's a lot of the similar concepts that we've done before, but reordered in a way that I think makes a lot more sense to people.
Mm-hmm.
And then we don't have a date yet, but we're gonna have a date soon. Just waiting on Mr. John here to like tell us.
I like the 24th.
And we're gonna do a 90-minute live session as opposed to our typical. We aim for 30 minutes, and right now we're at 37 minutes. But we're going to do the positioning workshop, which is an expanded version of a shorter positioning exercise that for hundreds of people on literally every continent except Antarctica. Not a lot of sales and marketing being done on Antarctica, apparently.
Fish for penguins.
Maybe none, right?
Not the research.
Penguins had that one good movie, man, and they're just coasting on that rep.
Just coasting on that thing. Yeah, so positioning has nothing to do with the Karma Sutra, I might add.
Well,
okay.
That's what Dr. V would like you to believe.
I would want to.
So this is now, normally these are one-to-one workshops. And so, of course, we can't do one-to-one workshops, although comments are welcome and engagement and interactions welcome. We would help everyone we can. But it basically comes down to about 20 questions and 20 or so very, very short stories that illustrate what the question is going for. And if all you did was sort of walk through the questions with us and wrote down your own answers, there's no way that you do not have a better idea, even a great idea, of how you pitch and present yourself to new clients in order to close more business. So we're going to be doing that on LinkedIn Live. We're going to be doing that sometime. Right now, ideally, I would want to do it the day after the Labor Day holiday when everyone comes back, because basically, while October 1st is the true start of Q4, everyone knows that as soon as summer ends, everyone in work gears up. Right, for the last 4 months of the last 3.5 months of the year.
Early September. Okay.
So I think the 6th, September 6th is a Tuesday. I might be wrong, but
the 3rd is the 3rd. Yeah, because the 3rd is a Saturday.
Monday would be the holiday for Labor Day, right?
6. Yep. There you go.
Yeah. So if we did it on the 6th or 7th, we did it that week, then people could use what they get.
Maybe Wednesday the 7th
to launch themselves into the week.
I think Tuesday. The Tuesday may be a little tough only because people are coming in sort of hungover into the office, but I think the Wednesday might be better. So
I'll probably be
just a thought.
And I'm thinking about not leaving it up as a recording. I'm thinking you attend. I'm not sure yet, but I think you attend live or you don't.
Yeah. And then if you want to get the live recording, then you're gonna have to opt in.
Yeah. That's an option. And also, I don't think we're going to simulcast this one to YouTube and Facebook like we usually do every day. I think it's just going to be a LinkedIn thing.
Just LinkedIn?
We'll do it from there.
Okay. But only to the company page?
We'll do it on the company page.
As opposed to the profile. Okay.
We'll do it on the Way Creative page.
It's way cool.
All right. So that's it. Good. That's Wednesday. Dr. V, enjoy your trip to the Northeast.
Wedding on Friday.
On Friday.
Yeah.
And then for Dr. V's 7th marriage, I'm really excited for him.
It's not my 7th marriage. I was engaged 4 times, married twice.
Wow.
I'm still married. So.
All right.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about
That's a story for another day.
It is another story.
Not on the air. That's fine.
Probably not.
All right. Thanks, everyone. That was Wednesday. Apologies to Petri Travel or Petri Travel. I'm not sure how you pronounce your name. So, I hope that was useful for you, or you're never going to hear about it. Or you're just going to
I'll take them. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
But I hope that was somewhat useful for you. Feel free to take everything that I did, pause the video, steal everything and use it as your own. There's no copyright issue here. It's all yours to take if you want it.
It's valuable.
I literally showed it to the whole world. It's go for it. All right. That's it. See everyone tomorrow. Except